With us is Arman Tsarukyan, the backup. Main event. Arman, how are you feeling? Have you eaten after the weigh-in?
Feeling good? No, just I didn't have time. Only an hour or 45 minutes have passed. I just finished the medical. Now I'm going home to rest, eat.
Well, what are your predictions? You'll step out on Saturday night, see you in the octagon.
I hope that someone twists their ankle and I get to fight. If not, I'll wait for the next opponent. I hope that I will fight for the title.
After what happened in Elias, many were worried whether you could make weight or not. Jan, how did the weight cut process go? Was it harder than in January?
No, in January it would have been much easier because I knew about this fight much earlier and prepared better. Now I knew about 6 or 7 weeks in advance that I would need to cut weight and be ready. So there was less time, but overall I never had problems with weight. I'm not that big for 70 kilograms, and weight is not a problem for me. And last time I could have made weight too, but I understood there was no point in doing it if my back wasn't moving.
Fair enough.
Yes, I would have only harmed myself and maybe been out for a year or two. I don't know how long. Now I'm already back and have had 2 fights. Now I can fight for the title this Saturday, so I'm in the game. What happened, as they say. I hope that if it doesn't happen this weekend, it will happen in a couple of months.
You said you knew about it for 5 or 6 weeks, so since mid-May, you announced that you would be the backup just a couple of weeks ago.
I announced 4 weeks ago. I knew officially that 4 weeks ago that I am a backup.
But the conversation about this was about 7 or 8 weeks ago.
That is immediately.
So I already knew that approximately I would be a backup.
They said, yes, most likely you will be. And 4 weeks ago, they asked, no, are you definitely okay with being a backup? I said, yes.
So, am I correct in understanding that those grappling matches you had were already part of your preparation?
Well, I just kept myself in shape, checked the condition of my body, my back, and I realized that I am 100% ready.
Is it really possible to prepare for opponents like Charles and Ilya in such a short time?
Really, as I said, I found out everything 8 weeks ago and I immediately started training. I was preparing for grappling and also doing sparring. That is, by early June, I was already in the training process and I had conducted more 12 to 15 times 5 rounds of sparring. That is, I even feel better than I did when I was supposed to fight Islam because I didn't overburden myself. I already know how I need to behave and what I need to do. And when I was preparing with Islam, I always did extra. That is, every time if they told me 10, I did 12. If they said train for 1.5 hours, I trained for 2. So I wanted to do much more, but you understand that the human body can give out at any moment.
By the way, regarding the match fight with Islam, you said that you have a secret move that you plan to surprise Makachev with. Can this move be used against Oliveira or Kapuri?
No, I already showed him and surprised everyone. Injured.
Well, by the way, after that fight, I joked that it was your secret plan. Turns out it's true.
That was the truth.
If you had to choose, who would you want to face on Saturday, Charles or Kapuri?
Well, I already beat Charles. I would also like to beat Kapur to settle all questions. But if it's Charles, I'll show again that I'm much better. Both of them are afraid. Charles doesn't even mention my name. He says he was surprised why I was the backup.
I just beat him and he's surprised that I'm the backup.
And by doing this, he implies that if he wins, he will try to avoid me. He knows that he will lose to me again. How can you, having lost to me, not want a rematch, right? With the number 1.
Did you hear what Dana said about you again at the press conference in Baku? No. He was asked why Arman isn't fighting for the title since he's the number one ranked. He said, remember what happened in January? He needs to earn the chance again. Do you think you need another fight for the title?
I don't think I need another title fight, because if there was a name, let's say, someone who wants to fight for the title and is at the very top, I would fight them without any problem. But there's no one, Chateku. Yeah, no one wants to fight me. And fighting someone ranked number 10 or number 15 doesn't make sense. I have said 100 times, give me a top fighter from the top 5. So far, the fighters don't want to. UFC wants to organize it, but the fighters don't want to. But I understand, and I hope that my next fight will be for the title.
By the way, you told my colleague Yarek Stepanov that the UFC offered you Gamrot, the 7th ranked fighter, and you called it disrespectful. After that, you give an interview and say that Hooker is the 6th ranked fighter and you're ready to take on a fight with him. What's the difference between the 6th and 7th rank?
So Hooker beat Gamrot. That's the difference.
Well, Gamrot, even on paper.
But he is coming off a loss, and he's like, give me Gamrot. Why aren't you giving me Gamrot? Why did you give me this guy who is coming off a loss? Give me a guy who won.
Your prediction for the main event, if you don't end up stepping in, if you're watching from the audience...
I will be watching, yes, from the arena. And it's hard to say, either a knockout by Topuria or Oliveira by points.
And a question about another main event. Islam is moving up in weight. Will fight with JDM. Or can he do it?
He can.
And the very last question, why do you wear sunglasses indoors? Not just you, but many fighters wear sunglasses indoors. Is it a style or...
This is not style because we lost 30 pounds and now the eyes are not in the condition to be shown. And even talking, giving interviews is also difficult for now.
Understood. Nevertheless, thank you very much for finding time for us. Good luck.